All right. Let's dive into a story, a really epic one.
Sounds good.
The South Sydney Rabbitohs. 2014 NRL Grand Final victory.
Great.
But this wasn't just any win.
Yeah.
This was the end of a 43-year drought.
Right.
It's packed with...
What's wild?
Yeah.
More drama.
More drama than like
a whole season of reality TV.
a whole season of MAFS or something, yeah.
Have you ever rooted for an underdog? You know?
Of course.
Or waited for years for that breakthrough moment.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
Sure.
We're going to go beyond just the final game.
Of course.
And explore the long road.
Absolutely.
That made this victory so unbelievably sweet.
The journey. I think that's what makes it so good.
Yeah.
I think what's fascinating here is that it starts way back in 1971.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The last time they tasted Premiership glory.
And actually, at that point, they were the most dominant team in the league. They had the record for the most premierships.
Why?
But then things took a bit of a nosedive.
Like reaching the peak of a mountain, and then suddenly you're just
straight down,
tumbling down the other side.
Straight down the other side.
So what happened?
Well, but basically...
Take us back to those tough decades.
Well, picture this. Years of disappointing performances.
Yeah.
You know, financial struggles that almost crippled the club.
Right.
And then the unthinkable happened.
What's that?
They were expelled from the NRL in 1999.
Kicked out of the league entirely.
Gone. Out.
That's got to be a gut punch for any fan.
You can't do much worse than that.
What a dark...
Time for the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, it was dire straits.
But hold on.
Yeah.
This is where things take...
a bit of an unexpected turn.
Okay.
2006. Enter Russell Crowe and Peter Holmes a court.
Okay. Yeah, so the Hollywood star.
Right.
And the business mogul.
Wow.
A real unlikely duo stepping in to kind of save the day.
Okay.
And their arrival was a real turning point. They privatized the club.
Wow.
Injected much-needed funds.
Okay.
And basically gave the Rabbitohs the stability that they were, desperate for. They really needed that.
So it was more than just a cash injection. They brought in some structure.
Yeah. I guess you could say the governance, everything.
Yeah.
It wasn't there, and they brought it in.
That was missing.
Yeah.
That's something any organization, not just a sports team,
100%.
can really learn from.
Sure.
But with this newfound stability, they needed some serious talent, right?
Absolutely. They needed players, and they got them. They were able to attract some of the best in the game. Guys like Greg Inglis,
right?
You know, the powerhouse fullback known for his incredible speed and just game-changing plays. And then you had Sam Burgess, who just, was tough as nails.
Oh, yeah.
English forward. Yeah. And he just became the heart and soul of the team.
So we're all probably familiar with the basic positions in rugby league.
Yeah.
But let's just quickly recap why.
Yeah, of course.
These two were so crucial.
Yeah.
A fullback is so a fullback's a last line of defense.
Last line of defense, but also a key attacker.
Key attacker.
Yeah.
Needing speed, vision. I think of Inglis almost like a...
You could almost say like a sweeper.
Sweeper.
Yeah.
And a striker.
Yeah.
In soccer.
Yeah.
All mixed into one.
That's a good analogy.
Then you got the forwards, like Burgess, the workhorses, the enforcers, winning those tough yards.
Yeah, the tough yards in the middle of the field.
In the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Having players like Inglis and Burgess, it wasn't just...
it was more than just...
about their individual talent.
Yeah.
It signaled...
it was a shift, for sure.
Like a shift.
Yeah, in the mentality.
Rabbitohs mentality.
100%. They'd gone from, I guess, being, not really considered that seriously.
Yeah.
To all of a sudden people were like, these guys are back.
They're back.
These guys are serious. They're contenders. And then that attracts other top players as well, right? So you start to build that team, which is, destined for success.
So after years of rebuilding.
Yeah.
The Rabbitohs were finally...
it felt like they were...
ready to make a serious run for the title.
For sure.
And 2014...
Just building, this was it.
Was their year?
Yeah.
They finished... third on the ladder.
Yeah.
That's the league standings. For those who...
for those playing at home who...
aren't too familiar with rugby league.
With rugby league.
They were racking up some pretty impressive wins.
Some big wins.
Over some major rivals.
Big rivals.
Like the Sydney Roosters.
The Roosters.
And the Manly Sea Eagles.
Yeah.
To really grasp the impact of 2014.
Yeah.
I think we need to delve.
Yeah, for sure.
A bit deeper.
Yeah.
Into the strategic side of things.
We need to look at the coach a bit. Michael Maguire. He was crucial. I think he brought like a real disciplined and tactical approach that really maximized the team's potential. He understood like the strengths of each player and how to build a game plan around that.
So we've got this team brimming with talent.
Yeah.
A coach with a winning strategy.
Yeah.
And a fan base.
Yeah.
Starved for success.
Oh, yeah. They've been through it all.
Well, let's not forget.
Yeah.
The finals series.
Oh, it's a different beast, isn't it?
It's a finals different beast altogether.
Yeah.
It's all about handling that pressure.
Yeah.
Outsmarting your opponents.
Yep.
And maybe having a little bit of luck.
A little bit of luck.
On your side.
Yeah.
And for South Sydney, their path to the grand final was anything.
Well, yeah. It was
but a walk in the park.
Yeah. It was not a walk in the park, no.
No.
Their first challenge came in week 1 of the finals against the Manly Sea Eagles.
Yep.
And they absolutely crushed them.
Okay.
40-24.
That's a statement win.
Oh, that's a statement.
If I've ever heard one.
Oh, big time.
But I'm guessing the real test came later, right?
The real test came later.
Yeah.
In week 3, they faced their arch rivals, the Sydney Roosters, and this time they were down 12-0.
Early in the game.
Early.
Yeah. Okay.
It felt like the same old South Sydney, destined to crumble under pressure.
So what changed?
Well, that's the thing.
How did they pull off what many thought was impossible?
I think this team had something special.
Okay.
They had this resilience, this never give up attitude that had been missing, for years.
Yeah.
And it showed in that game. They refused to lie down.
Yeah.
They refused to give up. They clawed their way back point by point.
Yeah.
And they ended up winning.
Oh, wow.
32-22.
Okay.
And I think that victory against the Roosters was just pivotal.
Right.
It proved they could overcome any obstacle, and it just silenced the doubters.
Yeah.
Ignited this belief that this time things would be different.
It's amazing how a single game can just shift the entire narrative.
Yeah, absolutely.
From self-doubt from unshakable belief. So after that emotional roller coaster of a final series, they finally reached the grand stage, the NRL Grand Final.
The big dance.
For so many South fans, this was their first time
of course.
Witnessing their team in a grand final.
Right.
An entire generation had only heard stories about
the glory days.
And now they were on the verge of experiencing it firsthand.
It's unbelievable.
There must have been an overwhelming mix of
I can imagine.
Excitement,
but nerves.
and anxiety.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, big time.
And their opponents. Yeah. Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs, they weren't.
Yeah, with no slouches, no.
Make it easy. They were known for their tough defense and relentless attack. A team that could
grind out a win even when the odds were stacked against them.
100%.
So dive into the game itself.
All right.
Paint us a picture of those first 10 minutes.
The first half was a brutal back and forth battle, a real arm wrestle.
Okay.
Both teams playing with incredible intensity, neither side giving an inch.
It's interesting you say arm wrestle because one of the most memorable moments, one that really encapsulates the Rabbitohs spirit that year, happened early on.
What was that?
Sam Burgess, in the very first hit-up of the game, suffered a fractured cheekbone.
Didn't he?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Oh, mate. First hit up, you know what I mean?
I mean, that moment with Sam Burgess playing through a fractured cheekbone.
Oh, it's more than just toughness. It's like that whole story, encapsulates everything about the Rabbitohs that year is just a refusal to give up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's something any team in any field could learn from.
It's just unbelievable to think about playing a whole game with that level of pain.
Yeah, most players.
Most players would be
straight off, yeah.
Straight off the field, but not Burgess.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of
leadership,
that grit
that inspires those around you.
That inspires those around you.
Yeah. Despite Burgess's injury, South's dominated field position in the first half.
Okay.
But the Bulldogs' defense was like a brick wall.
They just couldn't.
They couldn't get through.
Yeah, they couldn't.
The only points came from 2 penalty goals.
Okay.
By Adam Reynolds, South's halfback.
Okay.
He was known for his laser-like kicking game.
All right.
A real weapon in those pressure situations.
So halftime arrives. It's a
nail-biter.
Nail-bitingly close.
Yeah.
6-0 to Souths.
To Souths.
And you can just feel the tension.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You could cut it with a knife.
In the stadium.
Ink time.
The weight of expectation.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah.
The second half is where the Rabbitohs really
came alive.
47th minute.
Yep.
Winger Alex Johnston.
Yeah.
Finishes off.
Yeah.
A brilliant
backline move.
Backline play.
Yeah.
For the first try.
First try of the match.
The crowd erupts.
Oh, yeah.
You could see the belief.
Belief surging through.
The South Sydney team.
Yeah.
10-0 to Souths.
Yeah.
Momentum's definitely shifting. But the Bulldogs weren't done yet, were they?
Weren't done yet, no. Just a few minutes later.
Yep.
Tony Williams,
yep,
a powerhouse for the Bulldogs, barged over a try, bringing the score back to 10-6.
Right.
And the game was back on. A classic
grand final.
Grand final full of
twists and turns.
Twists and turns.
Yeah. And then in the 68th minute.
Okay.
One of those moments you just can't script.
You can't write it.
Greg Inglis.
The
superstar fullback.
Yeah.
Sees the ball about 30 meters out.
Yeah.
What happens next?
Explodes through the Bulldogs' defense.
Yeah.
A blur of speed and power, leaving a trail of defenders in his wake, and then passes to Kirasimova, who scars under the posts.
What a
try.
Inglis, a true game breaker, showing why he's considered
one of the greats.
Yeah. 16-6 to South Sydney.
Yep.
And the dream is starting to feel like
a reality.
Yeah. But the moment that truly sealed the game came just a few minutes later.
Yeah.
George Burgess, Sam's brother, who had come on as a replacement, receives the ball about 20 meters out.
Okay.
And he was
a runaway train.
Like a runaway train. Unstoppable.
I
remember watching that game.
Yeah.
The roar of the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
As George Burgess charged towards
the try line. Like a man possessed.
He just powered through the...
scattering defenders like bowling pins.
Bulldogs defense. Scattering defenders like bowling pins.
It was unbelievable.
That try put Souths up 20-6.
Yeah.
With just minutes remaining. The game was
effectively over.
But the Rabbitohs weren't
done yet. No,
right.
The final minute of the game.
Right.
Who else? But
Greg Inglis.
Decides to add his name to the score sheet.
Yeah.
He receives the ball close to the line, steps inside a defender, dives over for the final try of the match.
It was the perfect ending. To
a truly remarkable
performance.
And his iconic goanna celebration.
Oh, the goanna. Yeah. Crawling across the ground, mimicking a goanna lizard.
Yeah, that became an instant.
The classic. The final whistle blows.
Yep.
The South Sydney Rabbitohs are crowned NRL Premiers.
Unbelievable.
For the first time in 43 years.
Yeah.
The final score, 30-6. Truly reflecting their dominance.
Oh, 100%. That second half,
in that second half.
Blew them off the park.
What a night. For the Rabbitohs, you mentioned earlier the emotional roller coaster for the fans.
Yeah.
And you can only imagine.
Oh, yeah.
What it was like for the players, the coaches.
Everyone involved in the club.
Everyone involved with the club.
Years of heartache, setbacks, and then pure elation.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
The scenes of celebration.
Oh, something else, mate.
Or something else.
Sam Burgess, his face still swollen from that fractured cheekbone, was awarded the Clive Churchill Medal.
Wow.
Given to the best player in the grand final.
Playing the entire grand final with a fractured cheekbone.
Mate, Honestly, that's the stuff of legends.
Stuff of legends. It's
unbelievable.
The true testament.
Testament to his courage and leadership.
Resilience.
Oh, mate. Unbelievable.
And then you had Russell Crowe.
Oh, Russell. Yeah.
Overcome with emotion.
Yeah.
Tears streaming down his face.
Yeah. Embracing the players.
Embracing the players.
You could see how much it meant to him.
Yeah. It's a reminder.
It is.
That even the most successful people.
Yeah.
The Hollywood stars.
Yeah.
Could be
moved by the
deeply moved.
The power of sport.
But by the power of sport. Yeah. The power of a team achieving.
And that team, like...
something.
They were a family.
Truly special.
They were so close.
Redfern Oval.
Redfern Oval.
The Rabbitoh.
The spiritual home.
Spiritual home.
Of the Rabbitoh.
Was packed with thousands of fans celebrating historic victory. It was a night.
A night that'll never be forgotten.
It'll never be forgotten.
In the annals of rugby league history.
But as we've been discussing, this wasn't just about...
No, it was bigger than that.
Winning a trophy.
It's bigger than that.
This victory symbolized something.
Oh, for sure.
Much bigger. A resurrection of a club.
Yeah.
A community united.
It brought everyone together, didn't it? Oh, 100%. It brought everyone together, and this win, it was a testament to the power of belief, the impact of strong leadership, and just that unwavering support of a passionate fan base.
It wasn't just like a feel-good...
It had a tangible
impact on the club's future.
Think about it. This win boosted their membership, attracted new sponsors, you know, solidified their position as a major force in the NRL. They went from a club struggling to survive to like a powerhouse practically overnight.
It's amazing how...
Success breeds success.
Success, good.
Yeah, what I mean?
Breeds success, right.
100%. It's that positive feedback loop.
Creates that.
They're attracting talent, resources, attention, all that sort of stuff.
But what about the fans?
The fans.
Those who stuck with the Rabbitohs.
Thick and thin.
Through thick and thin. What did this win?
What did it mean to them? I mean, this victory was more than just a premiership, right? It was a vindication. It was a reward for their unwavering loyalty.
Yeah.
You know, imagine the generations of families who had only like heard stories about South's glory days.
Right.
This win allowed them to experience that same joy, that same sense of pride, you know?
You know, I remember watching that game with my dad, a lifelong Souths fan.
Right.
When Inglis scored that final try,
the
place went absolutely...
bonkers.
Bonkers. It was like a collective release.
Oh, yeah.
Decades of pent up.
Decades, mate. Big time. It's that shared experience, you know, that sense of community.
It's what makes sport.
It's what makes it...
so powerful.
So powerful. It transcends the game itself.
Yeah.
Creates these bonds that last a lifetime.
The Rabbitohs story reminds us that sport is more than just wins and losses.
Wins and losses,
It's about belonging.
Belonging, shared passion.
Yeah.
The human spirit's ability to triumph over adversity.
This win also cemented
it.
The 2014 Grand Final.
As one of the most iconic moments in...
one of the most iconic moments in
sport, for sure.
Australian sports history.
You know, people still talk about Sam Burgess.
Yeah.
Playing with a broken cheekbone. Yeah. Greg Inglis's Go Anna. The raw emotion of...
It's just,
Russell Crowe, all that sort of stuff.
It's one of those stories that captures the
100%
imagination. That
transcends the sport itself.
Transcends the sport.
You know, people who don't even follow rugby league know about the Rabbitohs comeback. Yeah. It's become, you know, part of...
it's like a modern-day David and Goliath story.
Yeah, for sure.
A testament to the
underdog.
Enduring appeal of the underdog. Yeah. It gives us hope.
It does.
It inspires us. It reminds us that...
anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
But as we wrap up our deep dive into the South Sydney Rabbitohs 2014 Premiership victory.
Yeah.
What are some key takeaways for you?
Oh, look, I think for me...
That was analyzed.
The Rabbitohs story highlights...
the story in depth.
The power of perseverance. Yeah. You know, the importance of... believing in yourself and your team.
Right.
And just the incredible things that can happen when a group of people come together with a shared goal.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that success isn't always linear.
Right.
There will be setbacks, there will be challenges, but with the right mindset and the right support, anything is possible.
It's a powerful...
It is a powerful message.
One that resonates far beyond...
Oh, it goes way beyond
the realm of sport.
Yeah.
It's about resilience.
Yeah.
It's about community. It's about the human spirit's ability
to overcome
even the most daunting obstacles. And it leaves us with a thought-provoking question.
What is it?
What other underdog stories resonate with you? What is it about?
What is it about these tales of triumph?
These tales of triumph.
Yeah.
That capture
our imagination.
Our imaginations.
And inspire us.
And inspires us.
Yeah. I think it's something to ponder, isn't it? Why do we find ourselves rooting for the team that everyone's written off, the player who defies the odds?
Perhaps it's because we see a bit of ourselves in them.
Yeah.
A reminder that even when things seem
impossible,
there's always a chance for a comeback, a chance to achieve greatness.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
What a story.
Remarkable journey.
Unbelievable.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never underestimate the power of the underdog.